This is our Reunion Tower camera. It is overcast right now and it's still very warm. Temperatures made it back into the 80s today. We got a little bit of wind. You can tell Gigi didn't like that too much. We have wind gusts over 30 miles an hour at times, even this early. The cold front, though, that's going to be moving in overnight tonight, and it's going to bring in a much stronger wind from time to time. But right now, that cold front is nowhere to be found across North Texas. It is overcast. You can see some light rain well west of Wichita Falls, but that is all streaming off to the north and east into parts of Oklahoma. Eventually, we will get that rain to move in, but it's likely not going to take place until well after midnight. So this is going to be midnight tonight. We're still looking pretty overcast. You can see the cold front now moving through Wichita Falls and Seymour. I think it makes its way through DFW at about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to bring in some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, maybe a couple of strong storms, but I think that would stay more north and west of the Metroplex. Okay, we're not expecting any severe weather, and we're also not expecting a constant rain. This is going to be 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it brings in at least a temporary dry period. It's going to be cloudy. It's not going to be a pretty day by any means, but rain will likely develop later in the afternoon, but it's certainly going to be a little bit more scattered. You can see this is going to be noon, and we do have some rain around Fort Worth and Denton, possibly moving into Dallas shortly after that, but then by later in the evening, most of that rain will be well to our south and east. We dry out for Saturday night, and then for your Sunday morning, we're going to start out pretty chilly. Temperatures drop down into the 40s that morning, but by Sunday afternoon, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So if you have outdoor weekend plans, as long as you don't mind the rain, it's not going to be terrible tomorrow, but it's going to be windy. It's going to be very cool. Sunday is going to be a much better day. Speaking of that wind, this is going to be 7 o'clock this evening. Still pretty breezy, but the cold front moves in again around midnight to our north and west. You can see that color now shifting to the purple. That's when we start to see those stronger wind gusts. It's going to be 4 o'clock in the morning, and behind that cold front, we have wind gusts near 45 miles an hour in Graham. I don't think we get quite that windy, at least here in the Metroplex, but we could easily see wind gusts at around 35 miles an hour during the day. And then later in the afternoon, still wind gusts around 30 miles an hour, but eventually by late tomorrow evening, that wind will subside a little bit. So for tonight, storms develop late, but we're talking well after midnight. Temperatures drop down into the mid-50s tomorrow morning, and we struggle to make it into the mid-60s tomorrow afternoon because the clouds aren't going to go anywhere, but we will have on and off rain throughout the day. Sunday, though, looks absolutely beautiful. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the low 70s, and a light wind coming in out of the northeast. It stays pretty nice on Monday. Temperatures back in the low 70s, but we're looking at partly sunny skies, so a few more clouds move in. We're looking partly cloudy on Tuesday, and now we've got that chance of rain already coming back. So we only get a couple of days in there where there is no chance of rain. But then looking at the week ahead, it does look pretty unsettled. In fact, the next couple of weeks, we have a daily chance of seeing rain. There's a couple of exceptions here and there, but the pattern is looking more unsettled. We are getting farther along into spring. What you're also going to notice, though, is not a big dip in temperatures, the exception being tomorrow. After that, we see most of our days in the 70s. There's a couple of days where we do make it back into the low 80s, and overall, we're not expecting any one day to be complete washout at this point. We just see several chances of rain and storms over the next couple of weeks. And as we start to see more rain and storms move into the forecast, don't forget you can scan the QR code on your screen so you can have that live radar with you 24/7 on your TV or phone.